Hello, everyone. Light and darkness are a part of creation. The universe has light and darkness. We have the light and darkness within ourselves. There is a story churning of the ocean. You should perhaps read this story or Google it up. There is a strong message in this story. It is commonly believed that both the ocean and the unconscious are vast reservoirs of unknown wealth. Dr. Carl Gustav Jung once wrote, "The sea is the favorite symbol for the unconscious, the mother of all that lives." The ocean, as a source of wealth, known and unknown, is a message that is strongly ingrained in the cultural memory. We look at how the mythological churning of the ocean is an invitation to reflect on the vastness of the ocean, its unlimited potential, its beauty, and the possibility of its existence within us as an untapped unconsciousness. The year 2023 is all about churning the ocean of your unconsciousness so that you could bring out your talents to its full potential and live the life of your dreams through your own efforts. Become the person you want to be. Well, for Capricorn, the major trends this year, a series of very important and long term changes are happening in your life. No doubt you're feeling the stirrings even now. Pluto has been in your sign for more than 20 years. Thus, your whole image, personality, mode of dress, and self concept have been changed. They are completely different than they were 20 years ago. You've been giving birth to your ideal image and personality. It's been rough going as Pluto can be very intense and extreme, but the work is almost finished. Pluto will still be mostly in your sign this year, but he makes a brief foray into Aquarius from March 24th to June 12th. This is a harbinger of things to come. Pluto will hover in and out of your sign next year before he moves into Aquarius in 2025 for the long haul, at least another 20 years. In recent years, there have been surgeries, perhaps even cosmetic type surgeries as well, and near death sort of experiences. There was much sex appeal to the image as well. Soon, however, and you're in the beginning stages now, Pluto is going to transform your financial life, making it ideal for you. Thus, there will be all kinds of crises happening there. They should be regarded not as punishments, but as educational. The other major change, and an important one for you, is Saturn's move out of Aquarius and into Pisces on March 8th, from your money house into your third house of intellectual interests. This is a good transit for students. They will focus on their studies, pay attention, and this spells success. The intellectual and communication faculties will also be sharper than usual. Jupiter will be in your fourth house until May 17th. This can bring a move and enhanced fertility for women of childbearing age. Life becomes more fun after May 17 as Jupiter moves through your fifth house of fun and creativity. Uranus has been in this house for many, many years now and remains here this year too. Children have been difficult to handle as they seem more rebellious. This year sees things would be much easier for you, however. Your major interest this year will be the body, image, and personal appearance, finance, intellectual interests, and communication, and your emotional wellness. In regards to health, which is basically good this year, Pluto in your sign for most of the year shouldn't be much of a problem as you have been dealing with this for over 20 years and by now know how to handle it. Your sixth house of health is basically empty as well, with only short term planets moving through there, and their effects are short term. I know for a fact this as a positive point because this whenever the short term planets are there, the health is also very short stressed, so don't pay undue attention here as there's nothing wrong. Of course, there will be periods where your health and energy are less easy than usual, perhaps even stressful. These are short term transits. Rest and relaxation will rejuvenate you. Mercury, your health planet, is a very fast moving planet. He moves through your entire horoscope during the year, and so there are many short term health trends that depend on where Mercury is and the kind of aspects he receives. In regards to your home and family, Your fourth house is strong this year, and it seems a happy area of life. Benevolent Jupiter is moving through there from January 1st to May 17th. This brings moves, the purchases of additional homes or access to additional homes. Sometimes people don't really move, but they renovate or expand the existing home in a way that is more comfortable. The effect is as if they have moved. This transit shows the fortunate purchase or a sale of a home. The family circle expands in the year ahead as well. Usually, this happens through births or marriages, but not necessarily. Sometimes you meet people who are like family to you who fulfill that function. This is a year for emotional healing. Naughty emotional problems get sorted out. There is a feeling of optimism and well being on the emotional level. Those of you in formal types of therapy will make much progress and receive much insight in the year ahead. Generally, people are afflicted by the past, but this year your past seems kind to you. Perhaps you remember the good times. Sure, there have been pain in the past, but there were good times too. There could have been multiple moves in recent years as they seem restless. There might not be a formal move this year though, but you could live in different places for long periods of time. Finance and career. A lot of financial changes are going on this year, but in the end, we see prosperity. Next year looks even more prosperous than this one. Your money house, which has been prominent for the past 2 years, becomes a little less prominent this year. Saturn moves out of the second house on March 8th. Pluto moves in briefly from March 24th to June 12th, but after June 12th, the money house will be empty. Nevertheless, Jupiter will be traveling with your financial planet Uranus from May 17th. So there is prosperity, even though there is less attention on financial matters. The planetary behavior suggests a lot of shifting around of assets, a lot of shifting around of plans and strategies. Saturn's move out of your money house suggests that your short term financial goals have been achieved and you're now ready to focus on learning, on building up your intellectual capacity. This is the fruit of financial success. Money buys freedom to grow and study. So while your ruling planet has been in your money house and he's still there until March 8th, you have been cultivating the image of wealth and prosperity. You've been dressing the part and spending on yourself. People have seen you as a money person, but now you're cultivating a different image, an image of an intellectual, of a student, or a teacher. Looking smart seems more important than looking wealthy. Your financial planet Uranus has been in your fifth house for many years and will remain there for a few more years to come. Thus, you've been more speculative than usual, and this trend is even more pronounced in the year ahead, especially after May 17th. Uranus, as the financial planet, favors the high tech and online world. You have a good intuition for these sectors. The electronic media is very good for you too. Uranus in Taurus favors agriculture, companies and commodities, rural real estate, copper and copper mining companies, and refiners. Perhaps the most important aspect of the financial planet in the fifth house is that you enjoy the wealth that you have. It's an aspect for happy wealth. Money is earned easily and in happy ways and spent on happy things. This is as it should be. It indicates a kind of happy go lucky attitude to wealth. You will see this all year, but especially after May 17th. With regards to career, Capricorns are always ambitious, but this year less so than usual. The action is more in your fourth house of home and family, which is strong, and not in your 10th house of career, which is basically empty. I would describe this as a year for building the foundations, the infrastructure for future career successes. A period of preparation for the future rather than overt career successes. Career tends to the status quo this year. There will be a solar eclipse on October 14th that occurs in your career house. This will shake things up a bit. Perhaps you change a career or pursue it in a different way. In regards to your love and social life, your seventh house of love is not prominent this year. It's not a house of power. Only short term planets move through there, and their effects are short term. Thus, love tends to the status quo this year. Those who are married will tend to stay married, and singles will tend to stay single. You seem basically satisfied with things the way they are and have no need to make dramatic changes. Your love planet is the moon, the fastest moving of all the planets. Where the other fast moving planets take a year to move through your horoscope, the moon does this every month. So there are many short term love trends that depend on where the moon is and the kind of aspect she receives. In general, however, we can say that the new and full moons tend to be excellent love and social days. Also, you will have more energy and enthusiasm for romance and social activities when the moon is waxing and growing in size. When the moon is waning, there is less enthusiasm. Though marriage for singles isn't likely this year, there'll be many opportunities for love affairs, especially from May 17th onwards. The social life is happy but not very serious, and friends are devoted to you. Opportunities for friendships seek you out without you having to do much. This has been the case for many years now. However, this is soon going to change. Pluto, your planet of friends, will start this year to make a 2 year long transition from your own sign into Aquarius. So your taste in friends is undergoing change. And this will be a long term trend for many, many years. This year, Pluto will be in your money house briefly from March 24th to June 12th, and friendship opportunities are bountiful. They'll come to you as you pursue your financial goals. You will be attracted to rich friends during this period, and friends will be helpful in your financial life. In regards to your self improvement, well, spiritual Neptune has been in your third house of intellectual interest for many years and is this year too. So your intellectual tastes are being elevated and refined. You've been gravitating to spiritual types of literature. This continues in the year ahead and gets even stronger with Saturn's move into this house on March 8th. With Neptune and Saturn in your third house, you express yourself more poetically in a more inspired way. This is a wonderful transit for creative writers. Jupiter is your spiritual planet. Generally, this favors the mystical side of your native beliefs. There's no need to travel far and wide for spiritual truth. It's all there close to home. You don't need to discard your beliefs, just go deeper into it. Jupiter will move through two houses this year. Until May 17th, he'll be in your fourth house of home, family, and emotional life. This produces a few interpretations. It signals the importance of your emotional state in spiritual matters. There is a need to be in the right emotional state if you want to see progress. It would favor the path of exalting the emotions to a high pitch. So you could be attracted to drumming, singing, dancing, and the chanting of mantras, things that elevate the mood. And your spiritual understanding will help you emotionally and in dealing with your family. So while Jupiter is in your fourth house, you will also favor karma yoga, the path of action. You will have a need to express your spiritual ideals in action. Abstractions are not enough for you anymore. This can make you an activist in altruistic causes. Consider yourself to be a very, very blessed child. For things come at your doorstep. It is your awareness that makes it profound. So stay blessed the entire 2023 around. While you all are going to have a great 2023, I would like to say in the end that many of us remain unaware of our true potentials and strength within. My studies show that astrology can greatly influence and even validate a person's self concept as well as increase their certainty about their personal attributes. In short, the ruminative nature of astrology encourages self reflection, enabling individuals to understand themselves and the environment more clearly. Every human being has the power to change his destiny by changing his karma. Only we can create the future that we want. One has no power to control the karma, but has all the power to change the karma. Shape your destiny and be a master of your life through your natal chart and progressive charts. It's important to say stop living predictions and learn how to create your own prophecies by strengthening your inner core. Connect with me at www.dollymanghat.com. Stay blessed.